Welcome to Morning Living on Martha Stewart Living Radio.
35 after. Good morning to you, and welcome to Morning Living with Betsy and Brian. We have a treat for you. We had to fly him in from New Mexico.
That's right.
Well, kind of flew in on his own steam. But Chef Fred Mueller is here, owner and executive chef of El Mez, and he's going to throw some flavor into your food, and you're going to be able to do this tonight at home. I promise.
Yes.
No challenge or anything.
I promise.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thanks for coming in.
Great to be in the city.
You made it way easier for us, otherwise we'd have to fly out to see you.
Yeah.
Well, then you get to eat a lot of chilies.
That's true.
Favorite.
That's what you're famous for doing, right?
Yeah, and New Mexico is the chili capital of the United States. So that's why we love New Mexico, and that's why I'm there.
Now, I
love
will
our
say there's
flavor.
been a big change in the past 10 years for us, too, that some of the chilies have managed to travel. Not all of them. I mean, you have way more, but you've now started to see in even regular grocery stores more flavorful peppers.
You're able to find poblano peppers, poblano chilies in most of the grocery stores across America right now, and that's a Mexican chili, much like it looks like a bell pepper with a tapered end. Could be mild to hot. All chilies they could be labeled mild, but you just never know. They could always have that kicker in it.
Well, mild is a relative term. It depends. Mild for you might not be mild for me, etc.
Exactly. But chilies vary often, and we never know. Sometimes we make chili at the restaurant, and it's like, wow, that's really hot. We better warn people about that one. Or it's not hot enough. So you just never know. And that's a way to experiment with chilies and find what you like. Different flavor profiles of chilies, fresh, dried. There's many different uses and applications for chilies.
Is that what you would do if you were trying to instruct somebody how to explore the chili world for maybe the first time, or they're not that familiar? Just start playing with them and see what happens?
Just start playing with them, find what you like.
But not raw, adding them to something?
Adding them to something. I like to use, fresh chilies and salsas, or pico de gallo, or in one of the recipes I think I gave you with lump crab salpicon, which is, I use fresh jalapenos. You could use serrano chilies, which is another spicy chili. And then we pickle them and serve it with lump crab meat, and it makes an excellent appetizer, and serve it with corn chips, and you're having a party.
Oh, this sounds delicious.
Brian thought you were going to fly the food in with.
Yeah.
I think he's bringing food.
I think he's going to fly it in.
He's from New Mexico.
No, but we could make this at home.
You could make it at home. Those chilies you can find anywhere, probably across the United States.
Well, how about the pickling? What do you do to pickle peppers? Sorry. At least your name's not Peter.
Peter Pickled Pepper. It's just a little bit of vinegar mixed with some water and some other seasonings. I like to use allspice and bay leaves, and you basically pour that over the vegetables, or you can bring it up to a boil and then let it sit and marinate, and then kind of drain off the liquid. And then you could use shrimp, boiled shrimp. A traditional Spanish way is called escabeche. Well, they'll pour it over the fried fish. Say you're cooking some halibut or some snapper, and add the marinated vegetables on top, and it's an excellent summer dish, and that'll be on our menu this summer. So it's actually a very light, refreshing dish for the summertime.
We've had this crazy kind of warm northeast, Midwest weather for spring. Do you start to heat up? I don't know if you've had an unusual weather pattern for your region.
It's been mild. We got some snow. Actually, it was snowing in Santa Fe the other day when we left, and then it was, what was it, 86 here yesterday? Something like that?
Almost 90.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So, we came from cold to warm, which I thought would be the other way around, but we live at 7,000 feet in the Rocky Mountains, so it could snow next week.
Yeah, you're up there.
You have until June or so to figure that out.
We tried planting at the end of May last year, and everything froze in our garden. So you just never know.
Well, you do really have to look at the frost date. That's funny. So you like to grow, I guess you grow things that are native to your region.
Yeah, we'll grow some chilies. Well, I grow a lot of herbs for the restaurant. A lot of greens. Greens seem to do good in the cool climate there. Jalapenos that we can use in our pickling, and fresh salsas for the summertime. Those do really well in New Mexico. And they do really well here,
I grow spicy peppers to entertain one child. That's what he likes.
I've never grown any kind of hot peppers or anything.
Well, peppers grow really well in pots, so that
they do.
I do all
they
the
can be
container
ornamental. There's a lot of chilies. Some of the Thai chilies are very ornamental, and if you'd like to pick one and put it in something and burn your mouth out, that's great,
No, we're cautious.
Do you have to, at what point do you say, all right, this is really hot, I have to warn people? You mentioned that, when you kind of have to say, it's really hot.
Yeah, that's really hot. Thai chili's really hot. Cayenne peppers are very hot. Habaneros are really, really hot, so you want to stay away from those. And one piece of advice, wear gloves, latex gloves when you're handling chilies, whether you're chopping them up or roasting them and peeling them, and because they have an oil that's in the membranes of the chilies, and they can get into your pores, and it's bad news after that.
You can't get rid of that oil. Is there a trick?
No.
No. Oh, well, you would
I was
know.
hoping
I
you'd
mean,
say,
yeah.
just rub
Don't
some.
rub your eyes.
because you get hot pepper hands.
Yeah, hot pepper hands. So I tell people to wear latex gloves. I do. I'm a wimp, okay? I see
Well, listen,
people not
And he's
do
a
it.
chef.
you don't
and
want
he
to
does it
walk
all the
around.
time.
Yeah.
What about the poblanos, though? Because you gave us a nice recipe, and forgive my Spanish NG.
Chili rajas,
Chili
which
rajas.
means chili strips. And it's kind of Spain meets Mexico dish. Now
Okay.
Now in Spain, they use piquillo peppers, which are kind of a roasted red pepper, and they stuff them with goat cheese. And in Mexico, they cut chili peppers like the poblanos into strips and call them chili rajas. And I like to mix them both, so it's kind of Spain meets Mexico. What you do is roast the poblano chilies.
How are you roasting them? Are you doing them on a grill? I mean, you have to do volume. How would we do them?
If you have a gas burner at stove, you can take a pair of tongs and turn them over the flame, and that'll blister the skin. And then what you want to do is take or a charcoal grill, and then you can just throw them into a container, seal it, and let it steam, and then you'll be able to peel the black blistered skin off. And then you want to remove the membrane and the stem, and then just julienne them up.
With poblanos, do we need the gloves?
I would. You just never know what you're getting. Really, seriously.
All right, then what are we doing once we have them roasted?
Once we roast it, you want to peel the
Peel them
blistered
or
skin.
how do we
Yeah.
assemble the rest of the dish?
Okay, and then you want to cut those into strips, and then you want to take whole roasted red peppers. You can buy those in any supermarket in the Italian section, very Italian, in the jars. And you want to julienne those up as well, about a 1/4 inch wide, and kind of arrange them on a plate. Take your favorite goat cheese and plop it in the middle, and then take your favorite olive oil, drizzle some olive oil over it, a little sea salt, some fresh oregano, and I like to finish it off with aged sherry vinegar. That gives it that little Spanish element. Or you
This
could
is like
use
the world's easiest appetizer.
yeah, it's super easy. I mean, you can even take just some balsamic vinegar and just kind of splash it on and drizzle over it, and serve it with some. We serve it with grilled flatbread because we have a little Mediterranean, North African element to our restaurant. You could serve it with anything. Rustic bread, sliced baguettes would be really
anything.
good. Yeah.
I mean, it's really super simple.
Yeah, super simple.
We're
Anybody at home,
outdoor entertainment.
you can find these
2 months early.
ingredients anywhere across America. So that's an easy one.
So it's not poblano. You can pick your favorite pepper.
Yes, you could use Anaheim's are pretty much available, I think, across America now. New Mexico chilies are really hard to find. I don't think you'll find those, but poblanos are pretty much in every supermarket.
We hear you keep them to yourselves. That's what we heard. You don't export.
Don't want to spread the love.
I don't think we do keep them to ourselves. You got to come to New Mexico.
That's what we also heard.
We want to come anyway because it's beautiful.
Yeah, New Mexico is the largest producer of chilies in the United States. So, and it's been really interesting lately. In the past year, they've made it a designation as some of the chili areas is like wine appellations. You can't call it Chimayo chili unless it's from Chimayo.
Yeah.
You can't call it New Mexico chili unless it's from New Mexico. And there's chilies being grown in Arizona and California. So New Mexico has its own designation right now, and that's pretty important. It's an important thing that's happened in the state.
And we hear you do when they're smoking peppers. That's like a very special time of year.
Oh boy, is it crazy!
Oh,
It is
really?
it's everywhere. The air is just filled with the smell of roasting chilies, no matter where you go. And they have these big drums that turn around, and they got gas burners, and they just spin and spin and spin, and out come the chilies.
I think it's
roasted and
cool.
roasted. Throw them in a bag, and then the work has to begin. You have to peel them. But I like to freeze them already not peeled, and then like say take a gallon bag, a freezer bag, put them in there, throw them in the freezer, and then you got enough that you want to take out for your dish or make a bowl of green chili or whatever you want to use them for. Chili relleno stuff.
So you don't worry about peeling them?
No, just throw them in the bag and freeze them, and then peel them. Instead of peeling a whole batch, it's just easier to peel a small batch when you need it.
Right.
Pull it out of the freezer. So,
You're both a chef and a home cook.
excuse me.
You're a chef and a home cook because that's how we kind of roll.
Yeah, I mean, I like to make it easy for everybody. I want people to be able to do these foods at home. I mean, there's definitely some complexity to some of my dishes in the restaurant, but that you
can translate it to your.
Yeah, but the dishes you gave us, you don't mind that we hold on to them, right?
Oh no,
The lump
no,
crab dish?
Yeah,
The one Brian thought you were going to bring with you
yeah, that's a good one.
from New Mexico.
Yeah, that's a good one.
We can just whip it up in the lobby. What do
We've
you
been
mean?
talking about it all morning.
I've been dreaming about it.
Well, I'm a Carolina coastal boy to begin with, so I love lump crab meat.
So
Oh,
good.
who does it? I don't care where you're from.
Yeah,
It's just
crab
so
is
delicious.
good, and with corn chips, just dip it in there, and it's one of those things like Super Bowl food. I don't know.
Any day food.
Yeah, any day food. I think
Brian was hoping it was today's food, but it can be
okay.
your food
We'll go
too,
visit.
guys, because you can buy. I mean,
I'll go
lump
there.
crab from when I was a kid is totally different. Now everybody can get it.
yeah, probably so.
And it's pretty readily available. It would be a
And you
really
could use
fun
shrimp
meal.
or anything else, you know. I mean, you could, peel and eat shrimp, whatever. Throw that in there. That works. That works as well.
Well, you're very easy. I hope you enjoy New York while you're here.
We're having a blast.
And eating out in a lot of different
Oh,
restaurants.
going crazy. Yeah,
Yes.
we're so happy to eat here. As I was telling John, God, I just die for a slice of pizza.
Just a standard.
Really?
Oh, you
cheese
came all the way
pizza.
to New York to have a slice of pizza. Am I going to get one? No.
Yeah, well, you know what? We'll talk after the show, but there's a little place on our block.
Okay.
And there's usually a line.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
You might
sign. That's a
walk-
good
you might
indication, isn't it?
Walk west, you're going to walk by
Okay.
it,
The
look
place
for the line.
that we went, that the lot on 40.
No, right on this block.
Yeah. Have we been there?
South side of the street, there's a line.
I
I don't
think-
know. I don't even know if it has a
Have
name.
you tried it before?
It's my kid's favorite pizza
Yeah,
place.
Oh, we- I-
There you go.
I
If it's
have
your
been
kid's
there.
favorite pizza. I know it's got to be good.
So
They
good.
talk about that pizza place. Is that where we're having? It's either Chinese dumplings, soup dumplings, or pizza.
Okay. Okay.
And I can give
I'm
you a
there.
place for that too. And then we're going to come visit you, and we'll eat at your place.
Exactly.
Chef
Okay.
Fred Mueller, thank you, my love. Owner and executive chef of El Mez in Taos, New Mexico. I'm so glad you did stop by and you gave us
Thank
your
you for
recipes,
having
which
us,
we're
yeah.
holding because we can, and we can share them with whoever
Enjoy
we
those.
want.
Enjoy those.
Thank
Oh,
you.
we will, because this is the kind of dining we'd like to do, particularly for summer.
Yeah,
I think it's really
those
neat.
are both very summer dishes.
Excellent. Well, you guys are not excused yet because I did ask you for $10 dinners.
Yeah. Which
I
is
got a couple.
doable.
Got a couple on Facebook, but if you have one you'd like to say right off the bat, it's 866-675-6675. A $10 dinner is doable. I can do it for $8.
I bet you can. I can do it for.
I can name that dinner in $8. We shall discuss as Morning Living continues. 47 after Martha Stewart Living Radio Series XM110.